Hello out there, gaming and Star Trek fans. Welcome to another edition of East Meets West Gaming. I am Commander McNeil, and today we'll be doing the Star Trek Online Season 9 featured episode titled Surface Tension. We'll be doing this with my Federation character, Alexander Kerensky, on board the Prometheus-class starship USS Yamato. So let's log on in and get started. Now, some of you may remember at the end of essentially Season 8, 8.5, there was the featured episode which brought in Admiral Tuvok, voiced by Tim Russ, introduced the new Solanae science destroyers, of which you actually got a chance to pilot one. And during the featured episode, a doctor who had been assisting in essentially exploring the sphere turns out to be an Undine, also known as Species 8472. He opens a gateway to another Dyson sphere, the Gentleman Dyson sphere, which was also actually featured in the series Star Trek: The Next Generation. So actually, it was where I was on. It was actually on the Gentleman Dyson sphere that the I forget the name of the starship, but Montgomery Scott was rescued on when he was found in a transporter pod. But that's neither here nor there. I'm getting off topic. Sorry. You know, Star Trek nerdisms. It's just it's a weakness. It's a weakness. Anyways, we've got this new featured episode for season 9, which is to continue the storyline that was dropped off in season 8. Most notably, things like what will happen in the Gentleman Sphere, who has control of the Gentleman Sphere, the Klingons, the Federation, the Romulans. Everyone's got their own claim, and at the same time, kind of the big threat lurking in the background is, of course, the Undine themselves. So we'll have to do some editing here with my ship, but we'll have to see how it turns out. I have not played the episode yet, so you'll be seeing me play it for the first time. I started it, to be honest. I started it and then I quit it because I wanted to actually show it off. But hopefully you'll enjoy the ride and we'll have a lot of fun doing it. So just give me a sec here, do some quick changes with my ship because you never know what'll come and hit you. And then you find yourself with none of your settings correct. You're like, what do I do? So let's see here. I think I've got everything already set up properly. As some of you may already be aware, there's kind of this weird glitch where you'll swap ships, and sometimes your bridge officers aren't fully retained, and even if they are, the list of skills that you've got, or at least the way your skill table is set up, is completely broke. So let me put a lot of my weapons on auto fire here, except for my torps, because I like to control those myself. What do I want to put here? Any skills not in use? Nope, we're good there. We'll put go down fighting there as no, actually we'll put subspace field modulator, and then that'll go there. Okie dokie. We don't need ramming speed. I'm not going to self-destruct. Yeah, I know you're all like, oh, why not? All right, sorry for the delay there, folks. Let's go. So when you first log in, and it's the first time you've brought yourself into the game since the update, you'll actually be automatically prompted with the surface tension. But I'm going to just do it here. You can go to your episode or Hail Starfleet or Kai Command or whoever if you're Klingon. It'll be on the sidebar here. Click Hail. Yep. So one of the things they're starting, and this featured episode's kicking off, is the new 8472 or 8472 counter command. It's a new reputation project. Let me bring that up right here. So here it is, 8472 counter command. And you can see that it's 5 tiers, just like all the others. They've done the revamp now on all the projects, so they now require just flat marks, expertise, and energy credits. They no longer require any other items from the replicator. And they'll bring in their own they'll have their own weapons, and I'm hearing things like biomolecular torpedoes and other stuff, kind of like exactly what you went through with the Dyson joint. So now the counter command is the new reputation system. So this is kind of kicking that whole thing off. So we're going to go to the Gentleman Dyson sphere, meet with Admiral Tuvok, and pick up where we left off. Okay. If you're not already there. The mission is started in sector space at the Solanae Dyson Sphere Gateway. You'll see right here, begin surface tension. So, I've turned up the volume a little bit here for the gameplay, so I'm going to talk a little bit less so you guys can hear the actual dialogue. It is, as I understand, fully voiced. So, here we go.
Welcome to the Delta Quadrant. I will admit that I did not expect to be here with Voyager again. It is agreeable. Thank you for agreeing to attend this conference and supporting my position on the Undine. However, reaching a consensus today will be difficult. Many different agendas will be represented here today. I will speak to you in person shortly. Tuvok out.
Welcome to the Jenolan Dyson Sphere. Please beam down to these coordinates.
Alright, here we are in the Dyson Sphere. That was actually really quiet, so let me actually play with my audio settings. Apologize for anyone who may have had issues with that. Let's play with this bit. Ah! My volume was really low. Derp. Actually, let me set this a little bit low. I don't want to have it blasting. Apologize for anyone who may have had issues with that. Let's play with this bit. Ah! My volume was really low. Derp. Oh, sorry about that. Just playing with my settings. Okay. Alright, so unfortunately, what you may not have heard essentially was a recap of what happened in Season 8. You saw that the new sphere was open, that the Undine are now a threat to everybody, and we have to fight to stop them. So, let's talk to Captain Sean here.
Good to see you. I'd say you're right on time, but it looks like everyone else wants to be fashionably late. We're still finishing preparations for the conference, and Admiral Tuvok is already there. The Klingon and Romulan delegates will arrive soon, so we should head inside as soon as you're ready.
Okay, here we go. I just did a roll. I don't... Did not mean to do that, but hey. Whatevs. Alright, let's talk to Tuvok.
Thank you for joining us here. We need assistance with preparations for the conference. The Romulan and Klingon delegations are still in private deliberations, but other delegates are arriving. Several preliminary tasks remain before we can begin the presentation. Your support in this matter would be appreciated.
Okay, so time to do some busy work. Let's call in the security team. There they are. Alright, let's talk to...
Where do you want me posted, sir?
Go over to the Klingons. Admiral.
Where do you want me posted, sir?
Go to the Romulans. And Ensign Meyer.
Where do you want me posted, sir?
Go to the projector. Alright. Now, security's posted. What else do I gotta do here? Post security, stop an argument. Which... Ah, there it is. You know, I still don't feel they've got... I don't know. The more I look at it, I don't feel they got the Cardassians totally right in their model. Something's just... I don't know. Doesn't look right. Bajorans, they've succeeded a bit more with. So let's see here. Let's try to stop this argument from going too far.
This Cardassian thug is trying to push Bajor out of this conference. We have as much of a right to be represented here as any other world. More than the Cardassians. They're not even part of the Federation or the Klingon Empire.
What's the basis of dispute?
I simply pointed out that as a Federation member world, Bajor has no need to send an independent diplomat to this conference. After all, Bajor has no separate planetary interests that would require their attendance here. The Federation speaks for them.
Let's see, unfair characterization. Diplomacy. Further breaches of protocol will force me to suspend both members of this conference. Of course, the Bajorans will still get information from the Federation. Yep. You know what? Suck it.
Well, since you put it that way, I suppose I'll just take my seat.
Yeah, sit down.
The preliminary tasks are complete. You should speak with Admiral Tuvok again.
Hey, Admiral, a flag officer just ran around posting security and breaking up an argument. This is exactly the way it should be done.
Thank you for your assistance. Please take the opportunity to speak with the various delegates. Having an understanding of the positions of each representative will facilitate more effective negotiations.
Okay. Let's see, we'll talk to the feds. There's the Ambassador Jiro.
The Federation's position is quite clear. We believe the only way to safeguard the future of the Alpha and Beta quadrants is for all of the galactic powers to behave as reasonable entities and work together to oppose those who would threaten our worlds. It doesn't matter if that threat comes from the Undine, the Borg, or the Iconians. The response is the same.
That was unexpectedly brief. Thank you, Ambassador. Yeah, that was. Usually every time you talk to this guy, it's this wall of text. I stop reading usually after the fifth paragraph. Speak to the Xindi.
The Xindi are here to support Admiral Tuvok's call for cooperation. We know what tragedies befall a people who are being manipulated by outsiders, as we once were. The Undine's lies and manipulation remind us of the Sphere Builders, whose deceptions led us to make one of the greatest mistakes in our history. There are 5 races on my world. We all know reaching a consensus can be difficult, but the Xindi are living proof that if we put aside animosity, our differences can make us stronger.
Thank you. It's actually really well put. Here goes. Here's the Klingon. He's probably going to just be mad at me.
I sincerely hope that the Federation is not wasting our time here. If your presentation is to explain the threat posed by the Undine, let me spare you the effort. The Klingon Empire has been aware of this threat for quite some time now.
Thanks, Ambassador. For once again, essentially diplomatically spitting in my face. let's see who's... Oh, Datan. Okay.
Thank you for the invitation. Starfleet certainly knows how to organize their meetings on a grand scale. I trust that the Republic will be able to take a leadership role in studying this sphere. The extensive knowledge we've gained from the Solanae sphere should give us an advantage here. And, after all, the gateway that leads to both of these spheres is in Republic space.
That's not the only thing we need to decide here. What about the Undine? It's true.
Yes, the Undine. Very interesting. My security advisors have been looking over the data, and we are all very curious to hear what you and Admiral Tuvok have to say on the matter.
Thank you for attending, Proconsul. Please take your position at the podium.
You've spoken with representatives of all of the delegations. You should return to Admiral Tuvok.
We are almost ready to begin. Will you complete the final preparations for the conference while I speak to Captain Sean? After that, your assistance in encouraging everyone to take their seats would be appreciated.
Understood. I'll finish the preparations and then direct people to their seats. Let's see, where do I gotta go? Okay. Reconfigure the room. Ooh, pretty lights. Jump. Oh God, is they still arguing?
Yes, yes, I'm going.
Who's this bunch?
I was just going. Don't rush me.
This filler.
Huh. Yes, I will take my seat.
The Zindi.
I suppose we can begin.
You can start the presentation from the control console.
Pretty sure. Right over here? I think that's right over here. Or not. Oh, over there. Back control console. Okay. Here we go, folks. The Star Trek equivalent of PowerPoint.
The Undine represent a clear and present danger to not only the Federation, but also the Klingon Empire and Romulan Republic. The damage done here by a mere handful of ships is clear evidence for the need for cooperation.
With respect, Admiral, the Romulan Republic is quite capable of leading exploration and security measures here, just as we have led efforts to secure the Solanae sphere. My militia...
I find it interesting that the Federation suddenly has concerns about the Undine now. Where was the Federation when the Empire discovered Undine infiltrators in the Alpha Quadrant? Or is the Federation only interested now the Undine threatens something you want?
Given the exceptionally complicated nature of such
Ambassador, given what we now know, that was a mistake. The Empire recognized the Undine threat years ago. We didn't.
You admit you are wrong?
The evidence provided by Admiral Tuvok and his team is sound.
Thank you, Captain Sean. However, dwelling on past mistakes will not solve the problems of the present.
Our fleet stands ready to protect both spheres from the Undine.
The Undine can wait. We have more important business to discuss. Who owns this sphere? I represent a consortium of businessmen on Ferenginar. We are prepared to invest significant venture capital into transforming this sphere into a vacation destination to rival Risa. I have a proposal of 500,000 bars of What's that?
Tuvok to Voyager. Report.
A massive fleet of Undine vessels just appeared from a rift. They're setting a course for the gateway.
The Undine? What do they want?
Unknown. Direct to Lisette. Track their course.
Enterprise to Captain Sean. We're receiving a distress signal from Earth's space dock.
Sean to Federation Fleet. Red alert. Prepare for immediate departure.
The Federation is our enemy, but the Undine attack like assassins in the night.
We will crush the Kamikuv!
A significant Undine force is headed for the Sol system. We must stop the Undine from breaching Earth's defenses.
Okay. Just got real.
Species 8472 has already boarded Earth space dock. Once we are through the gateway, we must render assistance as soon as possible.
This is going to be fun. Gonna shoot some shapeshifters in the face. I don't know why I'm singing. And we just installed a new carpet.
I am picking up several distress calls from across the system. Curious. There are fewer Undine vessels than we witnessed using the gateway. Negative. The subspace relay booster network appears to be offline. I am reading Undine ships attacking Earth space dock, as well as attacks on the lunar colonies and the orbital habitat on the far side of Earth.
Agreed. Enterprise will clear the area around the lunar colonies.
Fine. Jirok and I will clear the far side of the planet.
Okay, I turn my volume
Enterprise
down.
will set course for Luna.
Turn down my volume just a little bit.
Fortescue and Lisette will lead the fight on the far side of Earth.
Alright, here we go. And the Yamato is going to come in and kick some ass.
My ship is operational. We will fall in and delay the time for this space dock.
Okay. Cleared this group. Time to kill some more bugs.
Earth's space dock is taking severe structural damage.
Oh no!
little banged up, but we can still help. Taking position for an attack run.
Okay. Getting a lot of lock boxes here. Really not
There are still Undine ships in the system. We must eliminate them.
Okay. Working on it.
If we do not hurry, Earth's space dock may be destroyed.
You know, we're doing our best here, bro. What I got? Got some loot here. Not bad. Okay. Let's take out this one final batch of bad guys. Actually, wait a minute. This is really silly. I just realized I have that person in there twice. And our monocloud's not going to be doing any good. Well, this is awkward. I did not mean for that to happen. Oh well. Time to do some shooting.
fighting them, but comms are spotty. I was lucky to get an external signal working. We need any assistance you can spare. There are Undine ships attacking key sites across the quadrant. Our ships are responding to everything they can, but we're stretched thin. When the Undine arrived here, they damaged every ship in the system, hit the orbital platforms, and then most of them just left. Automated defense systems are offline, and we're struggling just to keep control of the station.
I've received orders from New Romulus. In light of this situation, the Lisette is being recalled to defend the homeworld. I will contact you if there is any change.
The boarding parties on Earth's space dock should be our main concern. The Undine will be attempting to cripple Starfleet operations, gain valuable data, and capture ranking officers. We cannot afford to allow them to succeed. I am prepared to beam down immediately. Your assistance will greatly improve our chances of success.
Give me 1 second. Get some of my loots. Most of it's probably junk, but, you know, energy credits are energy credits. Oh, major components, can't argue with that. There we go. Alright, let's beam down.
The boarding parties on Earth's space dock should be...
Okay.
Earth's space dock has sustained severe damage from multiple Undine boarding parties. We must locate Admiral Quinn. The most expedient path to the Admiral's office is through those doors. Our mission objectives are clear. We must ascertain the whereabouts of Admiral Quinn and expel all Undine boarders. Teams from other ships, including some Klingon and Romulan vessels, have beamed to lower decks here on the station. While their willingness to assist us is unexpected, their desire to see this enemy stopped is gratifying.
Okay. Get prepped for battle here. Let's see, what do I want to keep my Dyson? Dyson gear or flip up? Should adaptive Mako. Nah, we'll keep the Dyson. Don't know why it's not appearing on me, but whatever. Alright, time to get moving here. Let's see.
Everything hurts. What? Who? Admiral Tuvok? I don't... What? The windows! They came through the windows, walking on the hull. I don't know. After the Klingon and Borg attacks during my cadet cruise, I thought working at Earth space dock would be less... traumatic.
Indeed. I can initiate a mind meld. It will calm him, and I will be able to learn what he knows about the attack. This is not normally something I would suggest, but I believe that in this instance, it is necessary.
Okay, keep watch.
My mind to your mind. My thoughts to your thoughts.
I'm feeling better now. Thank you. The Undine, yes. They just appeared in close orbit. We were taken by surprise and none of the defense systems worked. I don't know why. They've been killing people. I don't know what they want, but they've been systematic about their attacks. They want something.
There is more going on with these boarding parties than mere phaser fire. There are more Starfleet officers fighting nearby. We need to manually activate the fire suppression systems.
I thought Earth space dock would be a quiet assignment.
You thought wrong. Come on, didn't you learn anything from the Dominion War, guys?
Be cautious. There are more Undine nearby.
I really want to know how I can put my stuff back on. Are they now? I wonder if they're now making it such that. Yeah. Okay. That's gonna really bug me now. Well, now I can see why they do the redecorating.
Admiral Tuvok, I'm gonna help hold this position. I'm not much of a soldier, but I can make repairs and help keep this area clear of Undine. I hope Admiral Quinn is okay. He was on comms a few minutes ago, but the transmission was cut off.
Be cautious. There are more Undine nearby.
I'll stay here. Good luck.
Oh, crud! They're coming through the walls! You know, that's a new one. I'm not experienced, actually.
The damage is extensive, but we will rebuild. First, however, we must drive species 8472 back to fluidic space.
Bit of a fixer-up. Understatement of at least this century. 25th century. Okay, here we go.
Admiral Quinn.
Oh no! Oh no, it's Admiral. Ow, son of a... Well, that was just rude. Alright, what do I gotta do? Gotta do something. Talk to Tuvok, okay.
The shape-shifting nature of species 8472 makes them a dangerous foe. We will have to proceed with caution to avoid being caught unaware again. Clearly, Admiral Quinn is not here. He may be still alive elsewhere on the station. The logical course of action amid so much chaos will be to re-establish the chain of command. Perhaps we can establish more reliable communications by directly linking to the starbase's internal systems. The consoles here can be used for that purpose. Make the attempt. I will keep watch for more Undine. I will cover you.
Wow, Tuvok's got my back.
Who is this? Communications are damaged. One moment. This is Admiral Quinn. I suppose that's a valid question. You reported to me after the attack on Vega Colony. I took a chance on promoting you. I see now it was the right one. Admiral Tuvok, we spoke briefly about your mission right before you reported back to Voyager. You mentioned your wife and said it was fortunate you had time to visit Vulcan, to see T'Pel before the conference.
Admiral, what is your status?
I'm pinned down in my office with Egan. We've been trying to get internal comms and sensors working. What's your status?
The Undine boarding parties appear to have some goal in mind, but we are unsure as to what it might be. Admiral, I suggest you hold your position. We will make our way to you. Stay alert for more imposters.
Will do. See an imposter? Shoot him in the face. That worked. Damn it.
Ambush. There are still more Undine on the station. I can feel their anger.
I can feel their anger. You a Jedi, Tuvok? Oh wait, no, I can't say that. You know, it's Star Trek. Yeah, might upset some people. Oh, hello. They are literally coming through the wall.
Enemy targets on sensors.
The way is blocked. There may be an alternate route on the upper deck.
Already ahead of you there.
Admiral Quinn and Commander Egan are below. The Admiral appears to require medical treatment.
Damn, I summoned an army.
It is agreeable to see you, Admiral.
Oh, jeez, now I could have used that security team. Oh well. Hold the line! As always, we tend to be the only survivors.
Thank you. Now, maybe we should... Egg? Where are you going?
One moment, Admiral.
Intriguing. The amount of resistance Starfleet has offered is unexpected.
Not surprised.
That being said...
The weak will perish. And you are weak.
Ah.
He is tapping into the bioship's power matrix.
Ow! Got him. Probably no thanks to me.
Egan was an Undine? That would explain what happened to our defense grid. He would have known they were coming, and had ample opportunity to sabotage us. Damn, I didn't see that coming. Hagen. It's hard to believe. He attacked me mentally, led everyone into a trap. I couldn't stop him. We have much to consider. There may be... Tuvok! What's going on? Tuvok! Can you hear me? Tuvok!
Oh no!
Tuvok!
No, not this guy again.
Hello, Tuvok. Egan was too weak. He spent too much time among humans. He served his purpose, and you will be far too late.
Too late for what?
Your quadrant will fall. The weak will perish. This dimension will be cleansed, purified of infestation. Your efforts are meaningless. I know your thoughts, Tuvok.
Indeed, Doctor. But I have taken advantage of this connection to look into your mind as well.
What?
I understand now what your plans are. You will not succeed.
You can't stop us. Tuvok! Tuvok!
Admiral Tuvok! Admiral!
Diversion. This was all a diversion.
What do you mean?
Qo'noS. Their real target is Qo'noS. Come. Qo'noS may not have much time. The Federation and the Empire have been at war for far too long. Now we must join together for the common good.
Time to do it. Beam me up. Person, not Scotty.
arrive in the Qo'noS system. At this time, the ruins of Praxis are concealing our arrival from the Undine. The Klingon homeworld defense fleet has engaged the bulk of the Undine forces, but they appear to be taking heavy casualties.
Just 2 Federation ships? 2? Where is the Enterprise? Where's the rest of your fleet? I knew better than to trust Starfleet. You run when you should fight.
The Romulans have promised additional aid, as has Starfleet Command. The Enterprise...
Words are meaningless. Deeds show the true heart of a warrior. Join me if you are not as cowardly as the rest of the Federation. Today...
Voyager. Alright. Let's get it on.
Shield.
That was only a small force. The rest of the Undine fleet will not be so easily defeated.
Bring it.
Are you afraid, Vulcan?
No, just honest. Always honest.
The Romulan Republic has made commitments to its allies. We are here to honor them.
defenses alone will not be enough to stop the Undine advance.
We would not be alone if anyone in the Federation had the heart of a warrior.
You know, you can stop complaining. We get it. You don't like it.
Anyone else will stop and bother to show up! Time will turn against us, but this will be our day of glory! Think of it as an increase in your opportunities to die with honor.
Okay. You're We really know how to put a positive spin on things for it. We really do.
My apologies for being late.
Just one more ship?
Not exactly. We brought a few friends.
Follow my lead.
drive them back to fluidic space.
Gosh, I got a lot of loot. Probably gonna run out of room in my inventory with all this stuff. Just start selling it off. Alright. Here we go. That's a lot of ships. Alright, folks. Time to fun. Saw that coming. Hold on one sec here, folks, while I just clear out all this garbage. Clean, 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 clean. that should clear it enough. Alright, let's finish this up. Enemy's gate is down. It's probably really big. Oh yeah, it's big. And it's going to try to kill us all. Well.
What is that thing?
Whatever it is, it's big.
The Undine have brought a large craft through a quantum singularity.
They're powering up weapons.
The Undine have a new planet killer.
Target that ship and fire all weapons.
No effect. They're too strong.
Voyager has one nanite torpedo remaining from her time in the Delta Quadrant. Such devices proved effective against the Undine in the past. Tactical. Fire when ready.
They took some damage, but the planet killer can still fire. I can get the Aquarius into firing position above her and exploit the opening in her shields, but someone will need to keep the Undine distracted.
Guess it's my job.
The Aquarius is beginning its attack run.
Sean's attacking that killer on his own. Sacrifice his ship.
I'm going in. Keep the Undine off my six. Weapons are offline. This is our only chance. Setting the Aquarius on a collision course.
Acknowledged. Do we have Sean's coordinates?
Getting a lock now, sir. He did it, sir! The planet killer has been destroyed.
Tuvok to Allied fleet. Stand down. The Undine are retreating.
Captain Sean.
Transporter room. Did you get him?
Captain Sean to Admiral Tuvok. Permission to come aboard?
The Klingon High Council wishes to discuss the most recent developments. We have been invited to transport directly to the High Council chambers.
Speaking of Qo'noS. Interesting.
There are many here who have seen the danger Species 8472 presents with their own eyes for the first time. Thank you for your assistance in protecting both Earth and Qo'noS from the Undine. However terrible, this battle did have one benefit. Today's fight opened the door to what may be a lasting peace between the Federation and the Empire. Now we must have the courage to compromise for the greater good. In its way, that can be more difficult than waging war. The formalities will begin soon. Until then, I must take the time to speak to others who were instrumental in the success of this mission.
Captain Sean.
That was a close one. But I'm fortunate Voyager transported me off the ship at the last second. It would have been a worthy sacrifice. Qo'noS is too important to lose.
You have shown your true nature today. Worf was correct. There is honor in the Federation. The conflict between us has gone on long enough. Now we should turn our blades toward the real enemy. I remember you from the Gateway activation. You fought well today. May our meetings on the battlefield always be as glorious.
I want to save Worf. Worf is awesome.
Earth and Qo'noS are safe, and the Romulan Republic is pleased to assist its allies. I just wish my father could see all of us working together toward a common goal. This is the future he dreamed of.
The 5 races of the Xindi once tried to exterminate humanity. But through the efforts of a few people who were willing to change, we put aside our weapons and worked through our differences. Now, we are members of the Federation. Peace came with great difficulty, but that is the way of most things worth having. The Undine are here, and they're spreading lies and dividing us from within. Now, more than ever, we need to set aside our animosities and work together for the greater good.
Are you really Tau?
Our people come from a culture of deception and division. We've rejected our past in favor of open alliances. Perhaps it's time for the Federation and the Empire to set aside their past as well. We would welcome a ceasefire between our allies.
Okay. Not you, Proconsul, just seeing them dance is just awkward.
My people have respected the Federation ever since our first encounter with your famed Captain Kirk. I have advised Chancellor Jimpok that the Gorns support the idea of a ceasefire. Perhaps this will lead to greater freedom for all of us.
Ambassador. Admiral Quinn?
A true peace may not be on the table yet, but I hope we can at least broker a lasting armistice. But first, we celebrate today. Earth and Qo'noS are safe.
I served in Starfleet, and now I serve the Empire. There are many on both sides of the current conflict for whom I have deep respect. I see this as an opportunity. We may find we have more in common than we realize.
Who's this?
I admit, I did not expect the Federation to act with such honor. I do not know what the final decision of the High Council will be, but rest assured that the Undine will pay. We will hunt down every last Kameku and destroy them for what they have done here today.
Who's the Chancellor?
You fought well for someone from Starfleet. Many fine warriors have earned their places in Stovacor today. They died with honor, fighting one of our most formidable enemies. The Undine brought the battle to our very threshold. The fine warriors standing before me pushed them back. Let us honor our sacrifices and our accomplishments by ending...
Uh-oh.
So, you are the heroes of the Milky Way. You have come further than we expected. But still you chase our shadows.
We are not here to impress you, demon! We stand united, and there is no one who can...
We give you a single warning to not attract our attention again.
They're back.
That was the reason we need to work together. It's time for our feud to end.
Agreed. From this day forward, all hostilities between the Empire and the Federation will cease.
The Iconians use servitor races and other species to do their fighting for them. Species 8472 has been an unknowing catspaw of the Iconians for some time. This time, however, the Undine were defeated, and it was our combined strength that allowed us to prevail. Thousands of years ago, the Iconians were defeated by an alliance of races. I predict their ultimate aim has been to prevent such an alliance from happening again. There have been periods in our combined history when the Federation and the Empire have not been at war, but they have not been allies either. This may be the beginning of such a time. It will be up to us to determine what happens next. With time, we may even restore the alliance that came out of the Khitomer Accords. Voyager will return to the Delta Quadrant. There is much to do there, and the Jenolan Sphere will need to be protected from further Undine assaults. I am sure I will see you again. You have been a worthy ally, and your wisdom and courage will be called upon in the days ahead. Until then, live long and prosper.
Live long and prosper, Admiral. Till next time, Admiral. Yamato, one to Mimo. Well, that looks like it's it. Yep, that's it. All right, well, I give it, I'll give it an A. That is a really good featured episode. And I'll be honest, I did not expect the twist there at the end. I mean, we all kind of know the Iconians have been coming, and they're kind of always been in the shadows in the background, and heavily hinted that they are on the way of the return. You know, kind of like the Reapers, you know, from the Mass Effect series. But they've definitely heavily hinted at it coming, and it was actually very surprising to actually see it come out that way, to have an Iconian. I really like the art design they're applying to the Iconians and the voice. It's like this combination between organic and cybernetic, but way better than the Borg. That was really cool, and man, the fact that one guy was able to pick up 6 and just send them to hell was just wow. But from the gameplay perspective, pretty solid. It starts slow, like most missions. It's a lot of just box clicking and I'll go and put out this fight or flip this switch and I understand it. It definitely builds the environment, but since they build it up so heavily, unless you're actually doing puzzle solving, I try to put my thoughts a little more succinctly here. The argument piece represented a good kind of button mashing moment where you go over there and you're trying to figure out, okay, what's the best way forward between these guys. There was the diplomacy option, but if I had chosen other dialogue options, there might have been more to that. But the whole idea of, hey, I'll send security teams from this side to this side and press this console to begin the PowerPoint presentation. It's kind of that sort of thing. That brings the whole thing down. But the battle on at Earth Space Dock, on the station itself, really well done. I love the fact that they're able to get to these bigger battles. The engine still doesn't like to handle lots of ships and stuff going on screen at the same time. That still seems to be a failing that they have. And you kind of saw the frame rate take a bit of a chuck right there. But overall, really good. The final battle is pretty epic. I knew Sean was going to make it out. It's like, oh, they're not going to kill Sean off at this point. It's like, no, they're going to beat him out at the last minute. You kind of saw that coming. But it was kind of cool, this kind of trench run ending sequence. It was all really cool. I like how they're moving the storyline further forward, ending the war between the Federation and the Klingons. Though, for lower level players, of course, the storyline will still play out naturally as if the war was still going on. But and it's granted, this is only the third time that they've all agreed to put aside their differences, or fourth time they've agreed to put aside their differences. Essentially, we put aside our differences to fight the Tholians. We're putting aside our differences to fight the Voth. We're putting aside our differences to fight the Borg. Okay, guys, just sign the treaty already. But all that said, really, really great effort. Heck, I'd play that through again just for the sake of playing it through. The season 8 featured episode I wasn't as thrilled about. I don't think it was that great. It was a fun episode, but not something I'm willing to go back and play again. This I think I'll go back and play again, even if not so much just for the rewards, because I don't really care about the rewards in this case. It's just the gameplay and the story were really, really well done. So let's end the episode here. All hail Starfleet. Oh, oops. It's because I finished. In progress. Yep, there we go. So now he's got his new Earth Space Dock. So that explains why they did the facelift. All right, so it gets blown up, has the tar beaten out of it, and then I wonder if they're going to do a similar thing for the shipyard for Qo'noS. Kind of curious about that. All right, so what do I want? Fluidic antigens, a living hull. What is this? I'm gonna slot this trait. Okay. Counter command engineering kit, counter command science kit, tactical kit, counter command multi conduit energy relay. Cool. It's part of a bigger set too. All right. I'm more of a space fan than a ground fan. So, but I can, it's cool. You can replay the episode to get some of the rewards here. So we'll collect that. All right, so that marks the end of the stream for now, folks. Hope you've enjoyed the ride. It's if you haven't gone and played the featured episode yet, please go ahead and do so. And if you aren't a Star Trek Online player, go check them out. Just type in Star Trek Online in Google, and can't end the stream without turning my volume down. Can't end the stream without giving some props to my fleet, the UFP, United Federation of Planets. Check them out at ufplanets.com. It's a really great bunch of players, casual players, serious players. We have a TS3 channel set up, and we run regular events essentially almost every day. And we're a really good community, got some really good players. We're pretty much almost worldwide, though we are more heavily focused on the European and US time zones. But we do have some players in the Asian Pacific region. As you're already aware, I live in Japan, and I'm a member of the fleet, and I run events generally during the daytime in Japan. So hope you've enjoyed the ride. It's been fun having you along. And that's that. All right. Well, this is Commander McNeil signing off. See you next time, guys.